This morning, while being in Albany, I got word that our community lost one of the very, very greats, one of the most incredible human beings that I have ever come across in my entire life. That Miriam Lubling had passed away. Miriam Lubling was one of a kind. There is no one like her. I can't imagine anyone, when someone says, who is the next Miriam Lubling, can't even imagine it. This was a woman who was so dedicated, so devoted. When someone needed a doctor, a famous doctor from Manhattan, and you couldn't get to that doctor, Miriam Lubling knew how to get to every doctor and make sure that those doctors would be there for people who were faced with difficult medical situations. Miriam Lubling was the only person who could come into my office all these years, even if I was in the middle of a meeting with regardless of who it was, sitting in the office with a bunch of people. Miriam Lubling would come through the door, and I wasn't upset at her, just the opposite, because Miriam Lubling was in a class by herself in terms of her devotion, dedication, her passion. She was a dear friend. I loved her. I know that she loved me. We were very, very close. And when I heard news this morning that she had passed away, I felt such a void, and our community has a huge empty spot because Miriam Lubling is no longer with us. What an incredible person. What a special person. She didn't look for fame. She didn't look for honor. She didn't look for anything. The only thing that Miriam Lubling was interested in doing was helping people, making a difference in people's lives, through Bikur Cholim, through helping those who were in a desperate situation and were having such difficulty. Miriam Lubling was there. She would show up. She would make things happen. She made the impossible happen again and again and again. She made the impossible look like an everyday occurrence by her connections and her relationships to some of the most famous doctors in New York and in the world. She would make things happen. And not having Miriam Lubling, boy, do I feel like an empty spot in my own heart, that she is no longer here. This was an incredible, incredible person that everyone will miss, and I will miss especially. Her friendship, her warmness towards me personally, I will never forget. She was there for the whole world. There are no Miriam Lublings that I'm aware of. There are great people, wonderful people, doing all kinds of chesed. But there was only one Miriam Lubling,